It's AB Trades here. We're going to do our stocks to watch out for tomorrow video. Tomorrow is the last day of the trading week. It is Friday, so we're going to look at the best stocks for Friday. If you don't know who I am, I'm AB Trades, and I teach people how to day trade options. This YouTube channel is riddled with videos to teach you what options are, what strategies to use, the best strategies with the best setups, and stocks to watch for. So, as always, we start off with the S&P 500 ETF being SPY. SPY will determine where a lot of big name blue chip stocks go, like the FANG stocks, FAANG, which is Facebook, Apple, Amazon, Netflix, and Google. So looking here on SPY, we've been watching to test this 280 to 81 resistance point. So far, we overnight made it up to 279, and then we got rejected, and we came back down, and we kind of closed near the bottom portion of this range. So apparently, coming in this past thing, we were definitely getting into an area of resistance, and an area not only of resistance, but where bulls and bears have fought before. So that's currently where we're at. To get a better example of what's going on here, we're going to go out to the 15-minute. So looking out in the morning, we knew we had this zone of support here because we saw some indecision here back on Friday, and then on Tuesday we found some support in it. And then today we actually came back down and we validated this as a zone, and now we're bouncing off this upper level of the zone. So seeing this, we do have more room to the upside if we want to. Again, we went up to 279.63, but this could just as easily be a push up for a fake for a roll back down. We're testing these highs. If we can break above the high of 278.12, then I can see us retesting up here to 279. If we can't break above this, we're just forming a lower high to make that final push back down. But again, this is going to be our test of support for tomorrow, and if we're under this, we're going to be looking short down to around 273. If we're holding above this level, and we're holding above this level as well, 278.12, then we'll be looking for a retracement back up to 280, even 279.63. So that's our outlook on SPY. Going back to the daily, let's discuss the stocks that y'all want me to cover. If y'all want me to cover your stocks, please click the first link below. That is the link to Discord, where I will cover all the stocks. Alright, so the first person wanted me to mention Tesla and CVS. So looking here at Tesla, we're starting to get this rollover. Like I mentioned here at 300, I said 300 would be a crucial level as it has been in the past. We looked at least on the daily here when we were consolidating around 300, verifying that that this is a support zone. And then once we finally cracked below that with SPY falling, we got this crash down on Tesla. But looking more on a daily aspect here, our next support here is at 282.28. or 283. So we'll be looking for Tesla to slowly sell off down to 283 before we either bounce or, like this, break below and go down lower. So 283 is our next test. Right now we're sitting in no man's land looking for a retracement back down. The next stock I wanted to mention is CVS. So CVS is a stock that got down on earnings. We kind of had this push up, and now we're having this sell off. We're starting to find some support here where we did in the past around 62.11. So this will act as our first level of support. If not, then we'll be going down to the lows here. So just like in SPY, how we had that zone of support, this is our zone of support for CVS. Even if we start to dip down into here, we'll be seeing some support, some volume step up as we did here, and here we saw the volume start to pick up, and then for a retracement back up. But again, if we break below this level of support, then we have room to test lower. Next stock I want to mention is AMD, Advanced Micron Decisions. Again, we've been respecting this trend line here to the upside. It looks like we came and we bounced. It looks like we're coming back down to retest, and it looks like we're in a long-term ascending triangle here where we have this resistance point here at $25. And we're respecting this trend line, and we're making our way back up. Shorter time frame here is we have this trend line that we're respecting, so possibly a push up here to the green side on AMD. If we drop this, then we'll be testing these next levels as support. Tesla, Google, or Goose, and AMD. Okay, well, looks like we'll cover Goose. Never traded this before, so I'm going to go up to the trade tab, and I'm going to look at the options here. Looks like we have weekly. I'm going to change this to see the volume and open interest. Decent spread of 30 cents, spread of 5 cents, spread of 15 cents. Not worth trading. We're going to go to the next one, MSFT. MSFT is Microsoft. As we can see here, we actually played perfectly into this trend line here on the day. We've been respecting this trend line the whole time, as I've been discussing back here at around 2.8. We've just been respecting this trend line. So we actually saw that, and we're seeing this push higher. If we can see here on the daily, you see exactly where it came up. You see we have our trend line here. We came down to really test that level, and then we built some support on it. We broke above highs, and then we rushed up to the upside. So again, trend lines and determining support and resistance on the daily is super important. So again, this was from today. We also can actually see maybe even more of a push or a pullback down to this trend line and push higher. We don't know. Next stock we're looking at is going to be Apple, AAPL. This is one of the FANG stocks, and again, we're consolidating back into this range that we've had here. We had this run up based off gap on earnings, and now we're starting to consolidate back into this range here, but we're making these lower highs and these higher highs. So that's good for this trending channel here. Possibly still going to stay in this range, and then with volume, we're going to see if SPY breaks 280. If SPY breaks above 280, then we can see Apple actually start to make new highs. But if SPY starts to dip, then we'll most likely see, the QQQ's IWM also start to roll over, causing Apple to also roll over and break out of this range to the downside. So we'll be watching for that as well. Let's see, NVDA here. As we covered SPY and AMD already. So NVIDIA almost was like consolidating in price here. Volume came in with earnings. We kind of pushed up, and then we had this rejection. It looks like we're holding this trend to the downside now. So what we're looking at here is maybe a push up higher. But if not, we're still retesting this almost like gap that we made here on earnings, and we're actually coming back down into that. So if we take a look at the 15-minute here, we had this huge candle from earnings, and it looks like we're actually trying to fill that. This looks like a candidate for a 10% continuation play to the downside. So again, if we can break below or hold this level here of support during pre-market, then we'll be looking for it to go below and looking for room down to 152, 151 where previous support is, if we can hold below this level tomorrow. Looking at ROKU next, let's go back out to the daily. See here, ROKU again has been trending since the earnings. We've been trending up to the upside. We're starting to get this little dip down. Our next support we're watching out for is right, let's see if we can get it level. Right here at 50.79, where this previous high came into play, is where we're going to find some support. If we can find some support here with volume actually starting to step up, we can see this reversal here and bounce back up as a little pullback before we go up. However, if we drop this here, this level, then we're going to be seeing a retracement back down to this low here at around 46.50. 46.50. Next stock to cover is KO. Looking at KO, Coca-Cola. Again, as I've been mentioning, we're having this support zone here. We bounced into the support zone and found some strength. Looking at here on the 1 minute, you can see we were validating this level as support, and we came back down. We tested as support, and then we ran up. So again, it's all about finding those support and those supply and demand zones, and playing off those levels as we identified here on Coca-Cola a while back. So we're going to be looking to slowly start to fill this gap eventually. Again, not over one day, but eventually. MCD, McDonald's, and Walmart. Walmart has been having a sell-off. I know that. I don't know exactly what it did today. It looks like McDonald's is pushing up again, connecting the lows and connecting the highs. It looks like we're actually starting to consolidate here. So we're looking for McDonald's to push up a little further into this level here of around 188 before we see a sell-off. Or at least that is currently what we're looking at. Again, we do have some support, some resistance here, but it looks like we're starting to break above it. Walmart, WMT. Again, we had these resistance zones here, and now we kind of pushed up into it on earnings, and then we started to sell off. It looks like the selling off is starting to get starting to lessen as we approach this new level, this new zone here. That's definitely not straight, but whatever, you get the point. I'm trying to remove it. Whoops. Whatever. So we have this level here that we're watching, and we're not quite getting it. We're looking for this bounce here. If not, then we're going to see a retracement back down. Cover KO, HEAR. HEAR, I don't see much. Hear me, probably not. Super liquid options. Yep, it's not. We're going to stay away. V and PayPal. V being Visa. Again, it looks like nothing much. Nothing happening except consolidation around a high. PayPal, nothing much but consolidation around a high. KOEA, we already covered KO. We're going to look at EA real quick. Again, we're starting to have this sell-off. Our next level of support is around here at $92.98 or $93. So we'll be looking for support to be there. And then these last two I have not heard of, being PANW. We're going to look at the trade tab. Decent spread, way too large. And last but not least, SPLK. Spread 50-cent spread on both sides, volume low, not going to cover it. Alright guys, I'm Maybe Trades. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. See y'all. Have a good weekend and have a good time trading tomorrow.